Hi Stampin' friends, tonight we're going to use the birthday celebration stamp bundle. It has these great sentiments, ways to, put them across your page, and they have great dies with numbers and tassels, and you could make a little banner across the across this little basically a string that you would die cut. And then it has the like first, second, third. So some of us, once you get past, the first 10 years and maybe the 21st and 16th, we don't have a chance to get a card that has our actual birthday how old we are on it anymore. So I thought that was kind of a fun thing to do, just to kind of surprise people. Oh, it has actually how old I am today. Of course, you got to get it right. But anyway, and then I also wanted to use of course, the Wildflower birthday paper. So this paper has so many pretty pages. I'll try to be quick. It has this scallop, which is gorgeous. I have it upside down. There we go, scallop. The back side is just kind of not super exciting. And then there is this sheet, which has so many different pieces on it, and there's patterns within this sheet that you can cut, just cut them across the line there. You can see you can cut this way, and that way across. So then it makes it pretty easy to cut apart with your paper cutter. And they coordinate nicely with a lot of the other papers, which I'll show you in just a second. And let's see here. Oh yes, the gorgeous little tiny cakes. There are 3 different types of cakes on this one. And the back side is a really pretty stripe. I wish we had on something else. It has the soft sea foam and the pretty in pink. And then there are 2 different floral patterns. They both have the gold. This is a specialty paper. They both have the gold in it. And the same color schemes, which is perfect. That one kind of has a tinge of pool party to the background. And then this one kind of has a tinge of the peach pie to the background. And the back of this one is also gorgeous, a really cute pink gingham. Again, I wish that was on the back of something not quite as pretty as that is. Now, it also has a sheet of die cuts. And so I just have some tips for you on that, how I think makes it a little easier to use. Then this is Cake Celebration. The reason I bring this one up, this is an online exclusive, and you can make a cake with it that is pretty easy to put on the places once you run out of some of these cakes. So I will show you this. I'm going to make this card here in a second. But like this cake, when this is done, what are you going to put there? So that's kind of my idea on that. And so with that set, the Cake Celebration, you could make this looking cake and you can stamp it on there. And then we're going to use the die cuts to do basically the same thing here in just a second. And this was a class card this week, and this is just a slight variation on a faux gatefold because, there you can see the faux gatefold part. But then when you open it up, it has this little, instead of just sticking it on the front, it wraps around. So I just think that's pretty to make something on the inside be really cute too. So there's that. And I used one of the embellishments, the die cut embellishments that come with this on the cake. So I thought that kind of tied it together with the paper. What I did with the die cuts is I just put them in baggies. The larger die cuts I put in a huge baggie because they are really good size. This would pretty much cover a card front on its own. Like here, that gives you, see, it almost just fills the card front. And all you would really need to do is add a happy birthday at the bottom and a couple embellishments and maybe some, well, no, maybe not ribbon because we've got the gold there. Anyway, that would make a cute card on its own super quick. I really should have gone through, I bet you can make 50 cards out of just one pack of this paper. And I bought 2, of course, because I'm an overachiever. But I separated all of these into different sizes. in my little bags. There are also some, let me get these out real quick, some cupcakes and some balloons. And so I put those together because that's kind of where you would put just a small thing. So the idea of them being about the same size and putting them together was my plan with this. So that when you're ready to use it, it's going to be easy to find. These are gold stems, little leaf patterns. So that'll make those easier to use. And then there's also a die cut banner, and then there's a die cut gold banner. Let me see if I can get it there. You can see them poking out the bottom. So I put those together. And then there are some just random bits of flowers and leaves. So I put those together. And then of course these big cakes, I put them all together so that when I was making these style cards that I have for you tonight, I could quickly put them together. Now, this also comes with some really nice big, let me show you here, open weave trim, and it's gold. Well, when you see this giant roll like this, you think, oh my, I'm gonna have a big old card, but you don't need to. You can make just a tiny little bow out of that. It kind of crumples up together nicely. You don't have to cut it or anything. You just cut it into a small bow. And that is perfect for a normal sized card. I'm gonna try to put these aside, but where I can still reach them when I need to use them for their embellishments. Now this also comes with these really cute party dots. They are pretty in pink, peach pie, and pool party. And this is a generous amount of these. I think that worked out nicely. It'll be nice to put those on there. And okay, so I'm going to get started. I have quite a few different cards for you tonight, so I hope that I'm able to be quick. Okay, this card has happy 23rd, and it doesn't even say birthday. You just assume birthday because it's got big, pretty candles, and it's a gorgeous peach color, and so that makes that a lot of fun. Now, this card, if you're making them ahead of time and you don't know how old someone's going to be, I did it this way, and all I did was put happy birthday at the bottom from another set, embossed in gold, and that really ties it together. And it's, you know, pretty much ready to go on that. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one here. So while we're working, you can kind of see what we're trying to do. And here are the pieces. You can see like that. And then, oops, I got that one on there that I don't know if it belongs. I think it doesn't. So just one sec. So what I did was try to cut these in a way that makes sense. So this, you can see just a tiny edge of this part of the paper. And then on this side, oh yeah, this is the one this is funny because it didn't actually cut. It's actually prettier, and I think you can see it on this one, to have the cut be in the middle of the cake, because then you can see that it's, you know, cut, fussy cut, we used to say. You're getting it exactly right. That didn't quite show on this one, but you know, you can still tell that it's not that way. So when you're putting this together, this is let me try to explain here. I saw this on Susan Campfield's blog, but I could not tell if she invented it herself because it is everywhere on the internet right now. They call it a bandstand pop-up. So you can see it kind of pops up like that. It has that kind of shape. So the base that you want to cut is kind of a different size. It could be 5.5, somewhere about that, by 4.25. And then, what am I trying to say? At 3/4, you're going to score it on both ends. And so then your paper here that you cut, your designer series paper for the inside, is going to be about 4 3/4, and then you're going to cut 1/2 inch off each side, and the center will go in there. So let's go ahead and put this on. You'll want to do this first. This makes it easier. You don't want to have to put your things inside after you've put the card, you know, the card base together. There we go. this has turned out to be one of my favorite in the catalog. I could tell it was going to be because, you know, of course I love these colors. I love peach and pool party, peach and aqua, whatever. And but it is just a lot of fun to work with. And I'm also thinking that I could send a lot of cards with it. You could just about do an entire quarter's worth of cards if you're like me, you know, several to send. When I say a quarter, I mean like a year. January through March. Okay, oops, I put that one on upside down. No, I put this one on upside down. So now, these pieces here that create this, they are 7 inches long because they wrap around on the back side. So you can see here, they wrap around right there. And I did not put the back piece on, but a piece this same size goes on the back so that you have a place to sign or write a note in case you're mailing. So this one is 7 inches by 1 1/4, and it's scored at 3/4 on both ends and 2 1/2 on both ends. What I mean by that is that's how you get it centered. 2 1/2 and 3/4. Because that's the way it makes it easier for me than trying to say, okay, it's 6 2/8 or whatever. Because this way it's exactly right. Okay, so what you want to do now that you've got this done, got it scored, you want to put your tear tape on the outside piece. Now you could use an adhesive, you could use just the scoring tape, but for me, I think the tear tape feels most secure. I'm just popping that on there, both pieces. And if you really are concerned about it, you think someone's going to play with it a lot, you could put 2 pieces across here. You know, put 2. I'll go ahead and do it. It doesn't hurt anything. Put it like that so that you've got 2 if you're worried. Okay, so then you're just going to peel off these guys, of course. Oops, that one got a little stuck. Okay, now what you want to do is get your get this lined up. So for me, the easiest way to do that is to excuse me, look at it with my eyes here. Sure, I have it lined up, and then the same this way. I'll get it lined up. And then you can check it by laying it flat. Just kind of pushing it, and that will make it where you can see that it's doing what it's supposed to. Do the same thing on the bottom. That was the top. I hope that you all are doing well this week, that you had a good one. It's a good week here. The weather was a lot better. Line those up at the bottom and then squish it out to be sure that it's gonna go in a card easily. And then the reason I have paper clips on these, as you're cutting them, I wanted to be able to put the middle piece is slightly larger, and I wanted to be able to have the pieces somewhat match. What I mean by that is that the cut is that this is the same piece that belongs over here, kind of thing. So that's why I clipped those together, because, you know, I wouldn't want to have to do like a 52 card pickup basically out of all of the pieces that I cut. So that made it where they stay together. I kept them together, and I can more easily tell which one goes where. One of these little cakes does not have candles on the top. That is perfect for using with the wedding sentiments. So like something, these all say birthday, but this one comes with happy anniversary. So that one you could put happy anniversary. And then you could put your numbers like 23, whatever, over here on the side, and then your little pennant with the RD or the TH or the ST on there like that. And that would be perfect. And then it looks like an anniversary, you know, like a wedding cake rather than a birthday. But the slice of cake and this cake are like that. So I don't think I probably don't even need to finish this for you, but I will go ahead and just kind of show you a couple more things. Just put your glue dot on there. Easy peasy. Oopsie. I say that and then I have a sticky finger. And then the happy birthday, maybe over here on the side. It's hard to decide. I couldn't put it across here, but that kind of covers up our cute cake stand. So maybe over here, maybe I should have used a smaller die cut to cut it out. Anyway, but you see the general idea here, and that did not take me very long. This one is a little bit different. What I wanted to show you here, so this is a gatefold. It is, of course, the 8.5 inch paper scored at 2 1/8 on both ends. You could say 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, but I like to spin it around myself. And then you'd put the paper on the top like that. I'm going to just put a quick dot in the center to make it take less time. Maybe each end, that might be smarter. Anything we can do to save time here on this video. Now, if I were sending this card immediately, of course, I would not do that for sure. There we go. And then same thing here. Okay. And then my adhesive over here. These probably would have matched up if I had paid attention. Oh yeah, they go. This one goes the other way. Perfect. You can see those are a neat match in the middle. Okay, so there's that. You'll just put a liner inside. And I did this kind of differently. Usually you make these about 1.5 inches wide. I made this only 3/4 of an inch wide. So this is going to be kind of the belly band. I'm going to trim it just a bit, just kind of take the extra length off that we don't need. This was an 11-inch piece of paper. Now, I don't score these. Some people score these. I do not. I just wrap them around my card because it allows you to get it on and off easier if you don't score it, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to trim that off. Toss that. And then this is the piece. I just left these all together. Of course, you could cut them off. You get a lot more cards out of it. But I went kind of accordion back and forth like that. And I thought it would be fun. You could write, sweet friend. And then on this one, you could, put a die cut in there and say, I'm so happy it's your birthday or whatever. And then maybe leave that one blank. And then put another little thing, maybe a picture of you guys together. Whichever, and then sign your name right there under the cake. So, what's interesting about this, I thought, is that I would like to adhere it just to one side so that you can open this up and see it and open the card. So, I thought this, if it were down at the bottom-ish, would be a great place for it. So I'm going to use my tear tape because I want to be sure that it is stuck down well. First, I'm going to put this on there. I like to go out of order, I'm going to just wrap this around. Now this is only 1/2 inch wide, so that's kind of different. I'm going to try to go straight down the middle of this, not get off, because if you get off, you'll have a sticky spot, which you'll have to deal with. I'm just going to go try to center it as best I can. That. And then you've got this on there. Now, normally what you would do with this is put your sentiment on the top. You know, put your circle or whatever. But this one goes under. So what I'm going to do is put this on first. I'm going to leave this open so that I can stick this on. So let me kind of think for a second. I want it to be adhered on the left, on this side, your right, and the right side of this back. So I'm only going to put one piece of tear tape down this side. And this one won't be hard. I won't get it accidentally upside down because it has an obvious right side up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this is center it on here so that it's in the center of the card, left and right. And decide if I like that. And press it down. So there you can see when you put this on, we're going to have a little thing. We're going to slide this off and it'll pop up and you can do that. And then you can open it this way. So it's kind of a double gatefoldy kind of thing going on there. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. I put that flower on top. I think that's the prettier piece. And I'm going to put this right here. Might want to put two pieces. I won't for the sake of time right now. Okay. I'm just going to get that, trying to make it look even to my eye. Okay. And then I'm going to grab one of my happy birthdays and I'm just going to stick it down right there. Now, you could put it this way. That way your little, where you've adhered it together, your seam, whatever, is on the back. But I think I'm just going to put it on the front. And then slide it on. Gotta keep it neat because I've got those. These are just barely stuck down. And then I'm going to put my happy birthday. And what I'm going to do with my happy birthday is use the tear tape because it'll be more secure. Do it like that. And I like the way that that looks with the little bit kind of hanging out there. I just think that's cute. So there you can see, you can put this, basically you could put it at any point along there, but I just kind of like it at the bottom because you can see the bloom. You could have also folded that another way. At one point I had it folded to the inside and it would open like, you know, this, like the gatefold, but that didn't make sense for putting it on a gatefold. So then at this point I would add, and this is what's hard for me. This card is mostly peach. Do I want to use peach or do I want to use pink? Do I want to use, so you can put whatever you think looks prettiest on that. And then of course, I would add a bow, maybe up here at the top, just wherever it makes sense to you. Okay. And then now, whoopsie, turned that, sorry. I am going to do one last card. I'll try to hurry. With this one, it's just a regular card. I did not do anything special, but this paper certainly makes it look special with all that beautiful gold on it. And so I'm just going to stick that down on my Pretty in Pink card base. I do enjoy Pretty in Pink. I'm glad it's back because it is a perfect pink. And then I thought that putting this on the bottom kind of pepped up the look there, made it a little more girly. And then this also comes with this banner here. So this is the die cut. Just the little die cut has little perforated edges as like a sewing machine. And then I mounted it, or I cut so I could mount this on a piece of Pretty in Pink. Now, you see what you think, but I think this sort of blends a little much. But when you put it on the pink, I think it looks like you've kind of stepped it up. Now, I couldn't decide. I might have been better off to cut it a little shorter and then have it up against the edge, but I layered it all the way around. So I may change my mind on that when I take a little look at it later, so I won't stick that down quite yet. But I will go ahead and stick the TH down because we're not going to do anything to this white part. And then I need to put my 54th, like that, and my happy. This didn't turn out too great. This one might be a better size for that happy. It's the one that I used on this initial card here. But the birthday is really large at the bottom. So you may decide that you don't think you need this gingham because the birthday is so large. You could also instead take your scissors and cut around this, like some of our dies do, just if you want it to not be quite so big, which I may do before I post the card as well. So there you can see the little happy 54th birthday. You could use some gold embellishments on this one, or you could use the party dots. I'm going to go ahead and put a little, set a little ribbon on there like that. And then I think I'll go ahead and put some party dots around this 54. So you could also put your birthday up a little higher. You could get a birthday off another set that's smaller, like this one, birthday. Just kind of pop that on there. I'm going to go ahead and put some pink ones. And I think it might be prettiest to put pink and blue, but then it starts to look like a baby card. So maybe just a variation of sizes of pink ones is best. There we are. Whoopsie. Okay, so there you can see that design. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to put together. This is actually the new die cuts. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have forgotten what they're called. Oh, they're brand new and they will be out next month or next week. They're very soon. Textured notes dies. They have several. The two here I've used are the ones missing out of the middle, and several large dies. You can see that these are about the size to put on a card front, like that. This is the size that almost goes on a card front. It's just a little bit narrow, but I would do it. And if I needed to, I could bump it over towards the fold and trim just a tiny bit off. But they have like hash marks. They have like a dot dash sort of look. And they have several, like this one's almost like a bamboo. So they are going to be really useful. But that was that one. And then this one where we have the slide off tiny belly band, but it's secure. I promise. Our cardstock is strong enough to handle it. And then this little thing, you could also, how beautiful would this peach be inside on, well, on white, of course, but inside that would be really cute. Someone would feel very special if they got that. Put that back together so it doesn't get away from me. And then you remember our original cards here that have this. Oh, I did not make the other card. Okay, hold on. Our original cards here with the die cuts on them. But I forgot what I was saying about using, you know, when you're out of that, then you can use these, those little pieces, but you can also use, here they are, the die cuts. Now this is the cake celebrations. This is not part of the birthday celebrations, but I just wanted to show you how pretty and neat these cut out. So it's basically the same thing here, but you're cutting it out. Didn't do the candles because I thought that might be a little fussy. But I've cut out using basic beige. I've used gold, and you could pop these up or not. It has this little piece that's like a little super sweet extra piece there as well. Put that right there, kind of gives it a little more detail. Then, so we've got our big bottom piece and our smaller top piece. And then we'll put our chocolate ganache running down both layers. And then you can put pink. You could use a pink ganache, But I thought it would be cute to put the pink as a layer, like you've got pink icing inside it, like maybe a strawberry, which sounds delicious, for your layers. So there's both of those in there. And then this is the part that the reason I stopped and decided I've got to show you this, because it's so sweet, just so cute. Gotta let my nails grow. I'm having trouble getting things done there. Okay, there we go. This adorable little cake topper that has the little banner. I just think that is so cute. And that would just fit right on the top. And then you could put it on top of a card. I don't know, that's not gonna stay on. Okay, like this, on there like that. And then it wouldn't be as important that there's nothing behind it. I just thought that those look really cute and look like they would be a lot of fun to do in a variety of colors. I appreciate you all watching, and I hope that you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.